The live transmission?
It's in a channel in a of collective
Of SEC.
yes, está en Facebook.
Facebook.
Yes.
Sit down. So, okay.
Bueno, buenas noches. Muchas gracias por venir a este encuentro con Benza Pointeker. Esto es parte de las actividades, de las interesantes actividades que está realizando el colectivo SEQES en esta locación temporal, el cubil, y específicamente son parte de las actividades dedicadas a lo que es videoarte. Bueno, para empezar, ha sido un golpe de suerte el que tengamos a Benza Pointeker acá, porque yo recién me enteré de su presencia hace un par de días. Sabía que estaba en el Perú en algún lado, me lo había dicho la persona que hizo el contacto con Benza Pointeker, que es Janneke van der Putten, miembro del colectivo Luego. Ella me dijo, mira, un austriaco amigo mío va a ir allá al Perú, pero seguramente va a estar pocos días en Lima, quizá ya cuando esté por partir. Pero no me dijo más, no me dijo en qué momento él iba a aparecer, y de repente hace un par de días él me escribe y bueno, y dije, ah, caramba, qué bueno, y a ver si lo invitamos. Él no tenía ninguna idea, no tenía la más mínima idea de si es que iba a terminar mostrando su parte de su trabajo y hablando un poco sobre eso, pero felizmente aceptó la invitación que en ese momento se me ocurrió. Y bueno, voy a leer un poco unas pequeñas líneas acerca de su trayectoria personal y un texto que escribí a propósito de la presentación del evento aquí en el cubil. Bien. Benza Pointeker, quien reside actualmente en Viena, es un artista que trabaja en cine, video e instalación. Su obra a menudo se sitúa entre el cine y la fotografía y se interesa por la poética, los patrones del cinema narrativo, la noción de tiempo, las realidades ambiguas y la fantasía. Radicado anteriormente en los Países Bajos, en Holanda, se ha graduado en el Instituto Pieterswart y ha sido merecedor de la condecoración básica del Premio de Roma. Se ha graduado también de la Universidad de Artes Aplicadas de Viena y ha sido artista residente en el Centro de Arte Contemporáneo Wils en Bruselas, en la ciudad de Shanghai y en el colectivo de imagen contemporánea en el Cairo, así como en el Bolit de Girona, en Cataluña. Ha tenido muestras en instituciones tales como el Centro Secesión en Viena, el Kunstpavilion en Innsbruck, el Centro de Arte Contemporáneo Vilnius, el Filmmuseum de Ámsterdam, y ha participado en diversos festivales de cinema importantes. Además de su práctica artística individual, ha programado proyecciones para el Festival de Cine y Artes Mediales de Berwick y para la Neue Galerie de Innsbruck. Bien, ese es un poco en cuanto a su trayectoria, ¿no? Y bueno, aquí hay un texto que un poco ya tiene que ver con el tipo de propuesta que él tiene, ¿no? Bien, voy a leerlo. Dice: Benza Pointeker, cineasta y videasta austriaco, es de quienes se toma en serio el soporte de lo proyectado en un video. Lo que aún es común en las artes más reconocidas como tales, visuales, sonoras o verbales, es no darle mayor importancia al soporte. O, mejor dicho, el soporte es lo de menos, el contenido es lo importante. Las novelas, los poemas, los ensayos e incluso los experimentos transgenéricos en literatura ya tienen soportes prefabricados. Para eso está el libro, concebido como un armazón de folios sin mayores complicaciones y, salvo experimentos audaces, el libro como soporte no ha cambiado mucho desde Gutenberg. El libro, finalmente, como herramienta de transmisión de la lectura, se propone como un instrumento de uso individual e incluso solitario. La experiencia musical suele ser más colectiva y comunitaria que la literaria, pero igual el espacio de su ocurrencia suele estar prefijado. Es un auditorio o cualquier espacio que se encuentra frente al público. Lo sonoro, de algún modo, se encasilla mimetizando la propagación visual de una pantalla que tenemos al frente de nosotros. Y en lo que respecta al video y el cine, salvo experiencias límite en el videoarte, por ejemplo, en el videomapping, las cosas no son muy distintas. Hay una sala con butacas, se apagan las luces de la sala y hay casi siempre una superficie plana con determinadas dimensiones al frente de nosotros. Una pantalla o un ecran donde se proyecta lo importante, el contenido visual. Bueno, vemos pues un hilo conductor que hermana, en cierto modo, a manera de corset, a las más representativas de las artes occidentales. La rigidez de un soporte y una delimitación que da como resultado una distinción entre lo importante, el contenido, y lo accesorio o meramente instrumental, el soporte. La atención del público se orienta hacia lo importante y se desvía de lo secundario, el soporte. Benza Pointeker, artista de las imágenes en movimiento más que videasta o cineasta, trata de ir más allá y hacernos reflexionar sobre esta dicotomía que nos impone cierta tradición. Quizás su subversión no es obvia o ingenua. Quizás no se trata meramente de agarrar el proyector y apuntarlo hacia el piso o hacia el techo o hacia la cara de los espectadores. Pero sí nos orienta la atención a otra cosa, a otro espacio liminar entre el contenido visual y el soporte, quizá un poco a la manera de la poesía concreta, pero con otro sentido, donde lo verbal no es lo principal y lo visual mismo, entendido desde la libertad de la mirada del espectador, es el espacio desde donde se reflexiona sobre lo visual y la manera como miramos. En este primer encuentro de Benza Pointeker y el público peruano al que nos convoca el cubil, veremos dos videos de su autoría, Impassenger y cccccooCCoooo, y un juego visual además preparado para una instalación. Luego de ello tendremos una interesante conversación en la cual conoceremos la filosofía de Pointeker sobre el video, el cine y el espectador. Bien, con ustedes Benza Pointeker. Vamos a proyectar entonces estos tres videos. So we'll start with cccccooCCoooo.
Yes. Okay. No. Maybe can we make it dark? Okay. Or is that maybe you manipulate directly the projector? No, we need to turn off the lights. Oh, yeah. And so you need this, but can you?
I need you. No problem in the projection.
Huh?
No project, nothing in the project the brilliance and my computer. No problem.
I just made it dark.
Solo le bajo el brillo.
Well, it's, I think as dark as it can get, no? Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, maybe I say something in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this video that it's an older video that I'm going to show first.
Este video que vamos a mostrar
it has two versions. The one is
tiene dos versiones.
A cinema version on 35mm for cinema.
Una versión para 35 milímetros para cine.
Because it's a very dark
es más
film,
oscura.
So that's also why I put it on 35mm that you really have black. And the other version,
y la otra versión,
to show it is in an installation setting. Where I have,
es para un contexto de instalación.
Where I have a large dark space.
un gran espacio a oscuras.
You enter the space and you don't see anything.
Uno entra a ese espacio y uno no ve nada.
But when you go a bit deep into the space, you see
Pero
a
la
thin
medida
line
que
of
uno
light
entra en
and
el
there's a
espacio,
monitor. It's really dark room, dark.
uno ve unos monitores.
And so you sit in this dark space in front of the monitor on top.
Y uno se sienta al frente de esos
And
monitores.
it's this old school monitor because this video
Y
is
estos
actually still
monitores antiguos.
The video is actually still SD, so it's not the HD. So you have this really old monitor which goes, which are really big in the back, and they are really black when they are black. So that's when the first image that you will see soon, which is in the black, you don't see the monitor, you just see the car going through the space.
Is this the version for the 35mm or
No,
for
this
the
is
installation?
in the installation.
Ah, esta es la
when
versión para la
it's
instalación.
on the monitor. Yeah. And maybe I can say something to the title, because the title is.
Va a decir algo acerca del título, ¿no? Es CCCOCCoooo, ¿no?
The title is actually an image. It's .ccccoCCoooo. You saw it maybe in the. You made a brief. You made a.
Yes, I think I cut it.
You cut it, yes, you cut it. Normally you cannot cut it,
Sí,
because it's an
tiene
image.
las sílabas, pero tiene otros elementos visuales el nombre, ¿no? O sea, sí, bueno.
So
You can go
this
ahead.
title is actually not the real title. The real title in the film is what you will see here. The first image of the film that you will see, that is actually the real title in its visual presence. And the written title is just
El verdadero
the
título es la
title.
primera imagen que se va a ver en el video. So, the real title is the first image you're going to see in the video.
Yes, exactly. Like it's visual, the title.
El título también es estrictamente visual.
Maybe we show it now, and we can talk afterwards again.
Okay. So we now launch the Impassenger.
I don't know, yeah, maybe, or I don't know if you have maybe any questions or
¿Prefieren ustedes un poco, antes de terminar de ver los 3 videos, quizá conversar un poco sobre cada video que se ve, pero quizás mejor así? Que sí,
Probablemente no.
So they prefer to talk about what they have just seen. Okay.
A mí me parecieron como algunas imágenes, unas visiones de una persona sonámbula, como cosas. I could see like the vision of a sleepwalker person staring at night, and he's just woke up and he just stares some minimal light, and yes.
What's the so this was filmed in what kind of media?
It was a video.
Video.
Esto fue parte de una instalación, ¿verdad?
Was it part of an installation?
Yes, yes. It is, like I said in the beginning, it was an installation on a monitor in a dark space.
Instalación de monitores en un espacio oscuro.
It was an analog monitor?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I had the impression that the projector automatically adjusts the contrast.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting because it spoke to me about the media's the actual material reality of the media. I mean, in an analog monitor, it wouldn't
Stay the same.
it would have stayed the same. That this projector seems to have this.
I also noticed that when there was an edit, somehow something.
Yes, I was wondering where exactly that this happened. You know, if that was something from the actual projector that adjusts automatically the contrast, or it was maybe the video or the codec. So it's in terms of.
This is really, you can see this is only 40 megabytes, so it's downloaded from Vimeo, so it's really.
Yes, it has a codec. I mean, it's evident, and I think it shows the main the main problematization of your work. The main question about how do you show this? Where the space, the context, the technology that you actually use. And the technology is not neutral. It's not context neutral. It's not neutral in any way. So I think it was an interesting artifact or accident. You know,
because I know, because it actually, like one of the subjects of it is actually the looking itself. And so
exactly, it kind of looks back. In this context.
Yes.
No, and I was thinking about what you said about black, about supposedly having an absolute the illusion of black, which is an illusion as the illusion of silence in a space like this. It's like a ritual space where you're supposed to be absolutely dark or silent, but we don't actually experience absolute darkness. We never actually experience absolute silence. So that was kind of interesting to muse about while
if you are in a completely dark room.
absolute silence. I mean, in a with a projector, you know, with a, and that was yeah. I mean, darkness comes as you know, as sort of opposite of light, as silence also is an opposite of. But I kind of wondered about that, because when do you experience absolute darkness or absolute silence? Is it possible? I'm asking if it's possible
I don't know, but in a dark room, like in a photographic dark room, it's absolute darkness. There's no
as lack of
silence. I don't know, but darkness.
I mean, darkness and silence is like it's an illusion of sensory deprivation. But I'm just musing about it, but it was an interesting correlation between sound and image. The idea that you can.
So, and you're talking of silence because a lot of it is actually silent.
Yes, but you can. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's also the other reason I'm bringing this up is because if this projector actually does what I think it does, is specific technology that it measures contrast, and it might be the projector, it might be the codec, the digital codec that's working. But the fact that those artifacts, those visual artifacts, just happened like a couple of times, it shows that the measurement of the measure of light, the quantity of light, actually between each take, it almost was the same quantity of total light. I don't know if I'm being totally clear about this, but did you notice that there were different? I mean, the square around the video sometimes have.
So okay.
Yeah.
No,
so
I didn't notice that.
Yo estoy muy seguro, sí, I'm not very much sure if the moment where the sound abruptly begins, there is also a shift in light. También hay un cambio en la luz, or maybe it is an effect of the sudden appearance of sound. O si es un efecto de la repentina aparición del sonido. No sé si recuerdan, cuando aparece el sonido, tengo la impresión, o ese es el recuerdo, o quizás un falso recuerdo, de que cambia también la luz. Pero bueno.
I was wondering about that because of the technology, the media itself.
But I mean, this is a coincidence now of that specific setting here.
And that's what I was talking about. It's the
Habría que verlo en monitores. Y en un espacio oscuro totalmente.
Planea presentarlo en 35 milímetros.
Did you plan to present it in 35?
Porque lo que hace el negro en 35 milímetros es bloquea la luz, la ausencia de luz.
Sí, it is cinema, it is shown on 35
Y se crea en situación mundial.
Yes.
Mientras que un proyector como el negro es una luz negra cayendo sobre un lienzo blanco.
I never show that. It's normally when it's projected, it's on 35 millimeters.
Yes.
And then in the installation setting, it is on an analog monitor.
Yes. On the I don't know, tube monitor.
Tube monitor, right. That's what I was.
That you have down here. So.
Yes, that's what they really. That's what it called my. Yes.
¿Alguna otra observación, curiosidad antes de ver el siguiente video?
Para esperar para que lo uses o inglés. A mí me parece interesante porque
He thinks it's very interesting
sentí que varias imágenes o tomas
because he
transmitían
thought that many images or takes
toda una atmósfera
transmit an atmosphere
siniestra,
of sinister darkness,
sinister, terrorífica, sensaciones de ese tipo, ¿no? Y él solo tiene en cuenta que era por el tipo de encuadres, sonidos y por el juego de sombras también.
and it was just a product of the type of shadows, of sounds, and takes.
There's the correlation between form and substance. It's what I was that I found really interesting because when you think about this, the idea of absolute darkness, which is brought on by light itself and lighting.
Can I respond to what's your name again? Hector. Exactly like how you say it, it's just a product of like shadow or light, or it's actually a product of narrative elements. It's not a product of a story, of a sinister story, but even though there are maybe there are some signs or hints that suggest such a story, but in fact it doesn't really exist. It's just suggested by narrative elements, sensations or elements. And so in fact, like how the film is the beginning of the film gives an image of how the film works. You have this in the beginning of the title image. You see the camera then follow the woman, and then, but usually you would follow a protagonist in the film, where you follow the actress, but then the camera just passes the woman and it goes up in the sky and makes itself independent from the story. Like that sort of the prologue of the film where that emancipates itself from the story. So.
Eso me parecía muy interesante en el sentido de que realmente lograba hacer que uno se metiera en esa atmósfera, ¿no? O sea, realmente lograba introducirnos dentro de, al menos a mí, me hacía meterme dentro de ese escenario, ¿no? Ser parte de él.
I found it interesting that the effect of it is that he felt like sort of into the scenery of the story. Although being an effect of just a form of
Like,
I mean, it's of course the images are of course very staged and cinematic. Like they are images that suggest this. They could be taken out from they could be part of a feature film or of a narrative film. So that's do you understand English?
Sí, no estoy traduciendo mucho, pero no sé, pueden seguir la conversa.
Más o menos. I wanted to ask what is all about those dark sceneries and night footage and with no sound, with just only one straight looking point, and and the same as the footage of the travelings on the street. The eyes is always dragged to the center, and sometimes you find some light, but just one. It's just one element dragging the eyes to one. That I found that the viewer of the film just could get interest in the story, because there was just, you have made a story about lights and movements, yeah, but what is all about this dark scenery, imaginary? What is your why did you shoot that?
Why it's why it's a film noir?
Un film negro.
How to answer the question? Well, it kind of relates to this criminal films, no, film noir.
O como que se relaciona con estas películas de terror,
It's like, yeah.
de cine negro, ¿no?
Yeah. So that is like a genre.
Es como un género.
And
those old black and white films of the 50s.
Esos viejos, esas películas de los años 50.
That's with a policial plot, with a crime.
Yeah, it has these elements of
un argumento policial de crimen.
But in the beginning of this film, like, I was working on it very long. It was a very long process, and I was maybe also going through a dark phase in my life, so maybe that's the reason I started.
Una fase oscura en su vida.
But I was thinking also a lot about.
Estaba pensando también bastante en.
Well, how shall I say this? So there's art that has a subject,
Hay arte que tiene un tema,
like exterior subject,
como tema externo, digamos.
and that this is dealing with. But here I tried to make the subject not the exterior thing, but that the voice that is saying that is actually the subject.
Trato de que no sea el tema externo, sino la.
Yeah, I felt it through all these passages you projected. It's like the absence of human voices, the dark sceneries that transmitted me some sort of loneliness and some feeling that you only just get at late at night, not in the daylight, just like those feelings that you wake up too late, and yeah, I think it's a very subjective because come on, it's just image. I felt that, yeah, and I like it.
A mí me hizo pensar por un rato en este género que existe un poco últimamente en el porno, el POV, el point of view, ¿no? Pero al revés. I was thinking about this. This has some kind of relation with the POV genre in porn. but inside out. I mean, your point of view is objective, not subjective. But it is POV, anyway.
¿Qué es POV?
Point of view es, no sé si has visto alguno, es muy común en algunos videos porno. O sea, por ejemplo, el enfoque está, digamos, en el sujeto que está...
la cámara, está posicionada.
Sí, la cámara, ¿no?
It's like a film with a GoPro.
Claro,
Like a porn film with a GoPro.
Sí. Pero por lo general en el porno es una cosa como que aparentemente subjetiva, ¿no? O sea, en cambio es acá como que el point of view está hacia afuera.
Sí.
Yeah,
Sí.
that point, that is actually also it's true. Yeah, it is. I mean, I wouldn't relate it to porno, but also in normal films, you have like shot, counter shot, or subjective views, and it's so there's Kaya Silverman, the writer. She wrote about this shot counter shot techniques, like when you have a conversation in the film, you have a shot and a counter shot, and actually the more edits you have, like the more cuts you have between the scenes, the more identification you build up as a viewer. And but if you don't have so many cuts, like if you just show one point of view, the identification comes less. Like it's, every cut is a gap, creates a gap.
Yeah.
You see this, every cut creates a gap, and then you have another image to cover that gap, and then you need another one to cover that gap. And you always cover the gap. And here, like that's maybe also what you mean. Here I don't cover the gap. I actually expose the gap. You see the gap. I think it has to do with that, also with the point of view somehow. Camera. Also, in a way that the camera, it's like in that point of view, it's always the view of the human or protagonist or a watcher, and here the camera becomes independent. It creates so the camera suggests the point of view. But it's a bit complicated. I wrote it, but I don't know how to explain it. It suggests the point of view, but then in the way it works, it creates its own subject that is not a protagonist and that is not the viewer, but that is in between.
O sea, la perspectiva, el punto de vista es lo que crea la historia, no es que la historia esté dada previamente. ¿No? Eso es lo interesante, ¿no? O sea, the POV creates the story. It is not that the story exists previously than the POV.
It creates a subjectivity.
Sí. Can we go on to the next one?
Yeah.
Bueno, ahora vamos a ver otro video que se llama Impassenger.
Maybe also I don't know if I need to say something. Yeah, maybe I say also something before how I show this usually. So called Impassenger, and so it's a contradiction. Impassenger doesn't exist as a word. It's a creation between impasse and passenger.
Es un neologismo creado entre impasse y pasajero, ¿no? Bueno, en castellano existe como una palabra importada, ¿no? Es un impasse, ¿no? Un impasse, ¿no? Y pasajero, ¿no? Sería pues impasajero, ¿no? Si uno quiere de alguna manera adaptar la palabra, ¿no?
this is the same. It also exists in two versions, one for the cinema and where it's screened as a DCP, and one on a monitor in a space.
Al igual que el video anterior, existen dos versiones. Una versión para el cine en 35 milímetros y otra versión para la instalación, justamente para los monitores.
And so it works very well in a monitor setting because then it would loop.
Se ve muy bien en el contexto de los monitores.
Because
se da con un loop.
Because it works a lot with repetitive structure.
Y tiene una estructura muy repetitiva, ¿no? Muy de loop.
Yeah. But I think that's enough, and I'll show it, and then okay.
You can start.
Yeah.
Yes. Bueno, Ben me pidió que lo deje correr porque esa es un poco la idea, ¿no? Que se lupee.
Yeah, we can talk. We can
Y
just let it run.
podemos hablar mientras tanto, ¿no?
Yeah.
Sí.
Yeah. Do you have any questions or shall I just talk?
Bueno, intervengan quienes quieren.
¿Dónde lo grabó?
What did you say the...
Where it was filmed?
Yes.
It was filmed mainly in China.
Básicamente en China.
Actually, it was I started it while I was in a residency in Shanghai.
Durante una residencia que tuve en Shanghai.
But that was like the beginning, like some, when I started filming. But then much later, again, I was working very long with this, and in the editing phase, I didn't get further. Then I went to, I thought I need to film more, and I thought, where is it? In Austria, where it's nearby to, I thought in London, it's relatively nearby, and there's a Chinatown. I had never been in London before that, and so I went to London for 3 weeks, and in 3 weeks I organized actors, the location scouting, casting, and everything. And I filmed there, then many of the scenes I actually filmed there in London, and which I think works very well space-wise, and Shanghai. And then these images are filmed in Huangshan. It's an area in China where the Chinese landscape painting comes from.
And what kind of device did you use for the filming? ¿Qué tipo de...
It was a photo camera.
Una fotocamera.
And with a very sensitive, light-sensitive lens, so I could film in night. Also here, I realize it's actually in a way similar. I mean, this is of course much faster edited, but it's similar in that the spaces are very important. But actually, the spaces become the actual actors of the actual protagonists of the film.
Son como personajes, toques.
And so this contradiction between impasse and passenger, of the contradiction between traveling
impasse y pasajero,
and being stuck at the same time is very important. It's a lot about
traveling y estar
being, tries to create a sense of being stuck in yourself or in a situation. So it also works with this narrative how to say, narrative startings that are again cut off, and you're again in the same spot or the same situation. And, it's not that red. Usually, it's quite extreme, the colors. But, yeah.
I have two questions. The first is, how is your editing process? Because it seems like not only you put one shot after the other, but you like zoom in some shots just to see like piece of garbage. So is that a way to just cut a possible narrative flow? Or is it just something that you discover while editing and you just focus on that?
It is both. I mean, it is many scenes. Like it's just like, in a way, this is like the opposite again than the other one, because this is, the camera is very close. It's a lot of zoomed in. It's more a vision like this, not like that. And so in fact, it's right that you notice this, that this camera zoomed in, but in fact many of the scenes are actually zoomed in.
Okay. And in this case, the fact that you converted to 35 millimeter because
this is not 35 millimeter.
No,
That's the other one. Yeah.
And this one doesn't have a version in 35.
No, it's just a DCP, a video.
Okay. I thought that.
No, the other one.
Is it shown in an installation setting? So people just come in and it's looped.
Yes.
So you just stumble upon. So it's also the subjective experience is very important in the setting. You just come in, you can come in, right? There's no middle, there's no start, no.
Well, it has of course a beginning and end, but it's only 6 minutes long. So
have you spoken with people who have experienced this in the installation setting? They experience it as something that has a beginning and middle.
I didn't ask that, but when I showed the installation setting, I have a long, there's a black.
Okay, there is black,
maybe
a fade to black or something like that.
No,
fade to black, but
it's just, when it ends.
And then it has a pause.
Like it has two parts, you have, there was already a black, after the first part is a short black, then there's a second part, then there will be the longer black. But, yeah.
And how do you start the process? Do you have a script or something?
No. It's, that's maybe one of the reasons why I work very long, because I don't have a script, but I have like I have a concept or an idea, but actually the process is, I'm finding out what it's going to be during the process. It's very process oriented, and
but you have a team with you working on this, or
it's like when I'm shooting, I'm mainly alone. But when I'm shooting, I have like when I was shooting, mostly it was me and one assistant and the actress. So we were 3 people, mostly, or 4. 3 or 4 people.
And you just direct them in the scene.
Yes.
You said, I want this right now, and that's it.
Yeah, it's staged. Yeah, exactly. I tell her like,
so
walk from here to there to this. Grab your handbag or something, or look there. Like it's quite difficult to give directions because they don't have a role in that sense that they can play. But it's more, so my directions are more physical actions than really playing a role or something.
And so, are vehicles accidental? They just pass through, or
The people
You
who
have-
pass through sometimes.
Yes. So you have one
Like
actress.
this one, yeah, this is it's excellent.
Okay.
Is there an idea that leads the order of the footage, or you just come with randomly ordered sequences of images?
It's not randomly ordered. It's how should I say? The order. I mean, the order is it's partly musical also, but it's what's the word?
It's rhythmical. It has
Yeah, it's very rhythmical, but it's also like working with these build-ups of going somewhere and how do you say that? Like the goes like
You're referring to
starting up and
like a
wave.
rhythmical like a rhythmical sense of the image, and you come up with that one after another. You're saying that. Frío, quería saber si él ordenó las imágenes en base a una idea o sea, o básicamente solamente estaba persiguiendo que todas las imágenes tengan un ritmo.
Did you order the idea on the basis of a previous idea, the images? Did you order images on the basis of a previous idea, or
Just
But
an
what do you mean with
aesthetic
previous idea, like a
picture?
script or
No, just I was asking if the images just were ordered in an aesthetic rhythm.
yeah, aesthetic is
Just because you said that you didn't have a script.
no, yeah. Well, I mean, I have like when I work, I don't have a script like that, but I have like fragmented scripts of I lay out scenes, but they are more that they're not really singular, but they're also not really forming a story. Yeah.
I just was asking if you just wanted to be that way in that rhythmical, because I found like there are sort of order in that shooting the colors, the changes that seeks the one and another, and I noticed that it's not the story as you said before. It's just rhythmical patterns, lights,
Yeah,
darks.
but it's not random. For example, you have yeah, for example, this woman in the beginning. When after that woman, maybe I can just go there. So it's entering different spaces. You have this figure which is coming here, and then she's stopping, and then you have this corridor here.
Yeah.
Which totally doesn't fit together in a way, but for me it's like a short step into this corridor which doesn't really exist or couldn't be there. And then you have later on you have the same shot, and you go to this colorful forest. You have this colorful forest there.
I was thinking that those images of the forest and the
Yeah.
like the how do you say this this vapor that wheels over the branch trees and this over the hands of
You mean
the
this
lady.
or-
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like their related to her is like
the spaces, the spaces is like inner spaces. The landscapes are
because the first shooting was her face, and then she was like thinking something, and then the vapor comes, and the vapor is in the trees too, and I thought that it relates to their inner thinking or feelings.
No, exactly. So also this corridor, and then you have for example here you have the same scene again, where she's walking here, and then she there comes this forest, and this is also like it's like what's the English word? Like an opening, like a mental opening.
Like a spring, because there was another type of trees before there. Those.
Anyway, so this the way I edit these spaces has a lot to do with that these spaces are ambiguous. They are on the one side they're real spaces, but then they're also fantasy. They are on the edge between reality and fantasy, and in the same way as they are real outer spaces, but also inner spaces of the. But that's not. It's like in limbo between the inner and outer world.
Just like a pre-associative images.
Pre-associative
images.
What means pre-associative?
Like a free association.
A free associative. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So. So in a way, it's also like condensed, like a condensed feature film, but that is not about that is not telling a story, but more telling states of being in a story. And so.
Yeah.
Hablar un poco sobre nostalgic moments, I think. Me transmite un poco de nostalgia de ciertas mujeres, por cómo están narrando los bolsos por sus movimientos de mano. Y hubo una toma en especial que me hizo acordar a Roy Anderson, Taking London, I think, y que contrasta bastante con I think it's like 256. Roy Anderson, you know?
Yes.
It's a street.
Yeah, the street empty in the street. I think that it contrasts a lot with all the other images or takes seen in the movie, and I think it's very particular. Why did you insert that take in all the just like breaking all the atmosphere? What's your intention? Or why doing that?
You mean the street, the empty street?
Yes.
Okay. You mean this?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. This is like a total break, no? Of the whole imagery of the other image. It's totally different. Like, you mean why I used that empty image?
I thought that it was very particular because I think in a certain way it broke all the narrative of the movie, or the sensation that if all the other spaces, or like a nostalgic China or streets, like and they're like
this is not
wandering around.
Yeah.
No, but it gives me that vulnerability of certain movements in the street. It gave me that sensation. And all the landscapes, that particular state scene, I think, broke with that sensation. This was very curious.
Well, it is like one of the reasons why there is exactly that to break that. But then it's also a very like this. I think the emptiness of the street and also the architecture is very strong, so it creates this sense of. It also creates a strong sense of loneliness. Like it's a more empty image than the other images, because all the other images are like kind of filled up with this fog, and then you're focus.
And they're like more organic. Shots. Sensations.
Yeah. I don't know if that's your question, but yeah.
What's that going to be?
With the chains.
But it's also working on trying to make it work in a way that you have the spaces and you have the actors, but that in between that their own subjectivity is created that is not the actors and the spaces.
Do we screen the third one?
So, but the third one is not a film.
It's the third one.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like I came on a photography and a film or something between.
Yeah. Well, we can have a look into it.
Yes.
And
Cool.
yeah. I think this is probably not even full resolution, but so this one here is funny.
You wanted to do yes.
What's it called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one here is an installation that I have it on the monitor, usually on the flat screen. That is a bit tilted like this on the
instalación en un monitor,
on the floor.
en el piso.
And this is all made of single photographs.
Entonces está hecho con fotografías, ¿no? Con tomas de fotografía.
And,
The analog photography or
no, digital photographs.
Fotografía digital.
And this is 7 minutes long, so it's it's not really a film.
Where
It's
is
from
it?
beginning to end.
Where is it?
This is in north of Italy, on the border between Italy and Austria.
En el norte de Italia, en el límite con Austria.
And
What time of year is it?
it's November.
En noviembre.
It's autumn. And it's like with this work, it deals with the impossibility to get a hold of the moment or to grasp the moment. So it's works with the contradiction. On the one hand, we have this short moment that is anyway any moment is already over, and then you have just a glimpse of a moment that is extended here, and then you have the mountain where you have really time inscribed into the rocks, and that stands for the duration. And yeah, it deals with that maybe with my that you cannot grasp time somehow.
Estaba pensando en el concepto de performance duracional y pensaba que esto era una fotografía duracional. I was thinking in the concept of durational performance, and I said to myself, no, this is durational photography.
yeah, exactly.
It's durational photography.
Como un GIF.
Like a long extended.
Yes, let's fast forward it.
Yeah, this is also a bit like this edit is for me like the edit between the photographic and the filmic talk, because it is of course between film and photo. Like it plays with that.
Es un híbrido de fotografía y film.
One of the subjects I read for the others,
No, they're not professional actors, they are photographers.
what they were posing.
Yes, of course, it's staged, yeah.
Hay algo.
What time was it?
What
Approximately
what time of the day? It's, I think it was
morning?
Like noon or something?
no,
morning.
yeah, like I think maybe something like that.
Uh-huh. Hay algo que dijiste, Rosa, when you said, I think it's very interesting. Algo que él dijo que me pareció muy interesante, y es la imposibilidad de captar el momento. Y popularmente nosotros conocemos la fotografía. Popularly we know photography as the capture of the moment.
Yeah.
¿No? Pero justamente yo creo que es eso, más bien la fotografía es un testimonio de la imposibilidad de captar el momento. Y me parece totalmente cierto. No. Bueno.
I have to go to the bathroom. I'm back in a minute.
Oh yes, go ahead. Esto con un troncho debe ser más alucinante todavía.
Un video de frames como el GIF, llegaría a ser un video de GIF.
Pero al final hay una parte donde, creo que es al final, que se mueve todo alrededor de ella, pero ella no se mueve, que parece que hubiese hecho algo, una pose.
Así, ¿no?
¿No?
Sí, sí, algo medio raro que sucede.
Sí.
Que hace
Porque se quedaban ellas fijas
Sí.
y alrededor se movía todo.
Sí.
Es hermoso ver una montaña.
Sí. Bien. Sí, ya. Bueno, muchas gracias por haber venido. Creo que ha sido muy interesante este encuentro con Ben. Y bueno, pues siguen invitados para las demás actividades de SEQES acá en Cubil. Gracias. Esperemos que Ben retorne de baile.